What is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. So I want to go over top players that I'm kind of looking out for OTAs, training camp, like kind of guys you want to keep your eye on. Some of the players that we did get, and some of them I'm pretty excited for as of right now. So let's get straight into it. So first on my list right now is definitely Josh Jobe, the corner from Alabama. He had foot surgery in December, did not go to the SEC championship game. I heard he's played a little bit of safety. Now, when I'm saying this video a million times, probably is, there are some of these guys might actually move to safety. There might be some that actually, during training camp and OTAs, maybe try out at safety and corner. So you might be seeing some players play both. I think Jobe will be definitely in contention to play safety as well. So I don't know what he's going to do on special teams, but I think, he's a smaller corner. So I don't know what he's going to do. He was injured and, he wasn't drafted, obviously, an undrafted guy. So we'll see what happens with Josh Jobe in the future. I don't know what he's going to bring to the table, and I don't know if his size is going to be a problem, but we'll see. Secondly, I think one of my favorites is going to be Britton Covey, their wide receiver from Utah, undrafted. I think he is a special team yak king. Okay, every crevice, every mouse hole that he could find on the special teams when he's running a punt return or a kick return, this guy is tough and runs east and west. I mean, I think he runs like a 4.4, something like that. I mean, he's quick, guys. This could be one of the guys that takes over Jalen Reagor's spot on special teams. Could really ruin it for him because this guy, you signed Devon Allen to a 3-year deal, but never played a snap in the NFL. And then you have this guy here. I think this guy makes the team because of special teams alone. I think the Eagles got him because of that. And you know what? If he's a bust, then I don't know what to tell you because I really hope he's not a bust. I think he can actually go into and produce for this offense. I'm not saying a full-time starter in the slot or the outside. I think he can come in as a gadget wide receiver for end arounds, screen passes, go routes, slant routes. I mean, I think they can use him on like the quick stuff, the open field stuff. I think he can get quick first downs for us, kind of like what Mac Hollins did in 2017, kind of coming in, getting his chance, and always being productive every time he got into the game. I think you could use Covey just like that. You have to watch his tape. He's got over 18 and a half minutes of film just on special teams, and he's thrown the football before. He's been a running back. I mean, he's pretty much been all over the field. He reminds me of like Tavon Austin, but like better, because I think they could just put him and plug him in anywhere to get a lot of attention. He'll be faster than most guys on the field, but I'm excited for Britton Covey. If you guys haven't checked him out, definitely check him out. Very excited for him. So probably one of my top favorites is definitely Britton Covey. And next, I'm really excited about this running back core. Jordan Howard's not here. They tried out Jerry Howard Jr., the running back from Towson, and I don't think he made the team at rookie minicamp. And you have this guy, undrafted free agent from Oklahoma, Kennedy Brooks, which I think runs through he's like 225, something like that. So he is a big back. He is a bruiser back, runs through the tackles real well, runs a 4.59. He gets 4 to 5 yards a carry. I mean, he's a bull. And when he gets, he runs through the tackles, in between the tackles, he gets to another gear. And he's very physical when, defenders are coming at him. And just check out some of his tape because he's definitely amazing. What's going to bring him far in his career is going to be his vision, okay? So I know Alvin Kamara ran the 4.5s. Devin Singletary ran the 4.5s. So, I mean, this is a bruiser back you have right here. And we kind of need that. I think you have with Miles Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell, Boston Scott, and now you need that bigger back. And I think Kennedy Brooks, if they're keeping 4 running backs, I think Kennedy Brooks will be the guy. Unless Kennedy Brooks totally just doesn't play well, and they just bring Jordan Howard back on a 1-year deal, I kind of want to give this kid a chance to see what he has, because you have an offensive line right now that you could plug in, running backs and not spend a fortune on running backs, and you have Miles Sanders on a contract year right now, so it would be nice if you have some type of bruiser back in the rotation for years to come for this team. So Kenny Brooks, his vision, his patience at the line is going to take him very far in the NFL. So that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping he works out. He works out for us. Another player I'm very excited. I think a lot of Eagle fans are very excited for is Mario Goodrich. He was supposed to be slated as a 4th, 5th round cornerback. I don't know why he wasn't drafted. But he's dynamic. He's twitchy. He's dynamic. Can play outside, inside. I mean, I think they should put him at safety. Like I said earlier in the video, I'm going to say that a lot of these guys are going to move. We have a lot of bodies at cornerback right now. I think he'll be a big special teams asset, but not even just that. He's got some Brian Dawkins mentality in him. He's physical, like I said, dynamic before. I mean, he's twitchy. I mean, he can cover some of the fast receivers. I mean, he's actually pretty good. I mean, from what I've seen on tape, I like him, but if it transcends into the NFL, I'll be very happy. But they paid him a lot of money. Probably the highest undrafted free agent in pay, $216,000. So when they pay a guy like this, there's promise in this player. They paid Jack Stahl last year the most money, and he got a lot of playing time last year, not as a starter, obviously, but Jack Stahl, comes in, to block and is really not a receiving tight end, but his blocking is fantastic. So Mario Goodrich is definitely a big name to look out for because they gave him a lot of money and see what he could do. So I'm excited for Mario Goodrich going into the secondary. And like I said, move this guy around, see what he could do, play multiple positions because we might actually have something with this kid. So we'll see. Tay Gowan, definitely another one. We got in the Zach Ertz trade last year. This was his first offseason with the Eagles. Has been working out with Big Play Slay, which is great. Tay Gowan's a bigger corner at 6'1", something like that. But he went into a couple games last year and had some good coverages. But I want to see more, and I can't wait to see more. I think Gowan is going to be definitely another corner I'm looking at. This was the Eagles were actually supposed to draft him. The Eagles had a lot of interest in him, but the Cardinals picked him up, and we took advantage of the situation with the Zach Ertz trade, and we got him. So I don't know what he's going to bring to the table, but I'm hoping something good happens with him. And like I said, the more cornerbacks, the better. The more bodies you have, the better. So I'm very excited about that. And then lastly, I think is a big one, probably the most experienced corner that we have. And look, it's pretty much all cornerbacks, almost secondary guys, mostly corners, because we need to see what's behind James Bradberry and Big Play Slay right now. So you're looking at another guy, and Jimmy Moreland. Jimmy Moreland, Jimmy Moreland's good. I mean, he's beyond serviceable. Like he has started a lot of games, a lot of starting quality. Could play nickel. I mean, we don't even know who our backup nickel is to Avonte Max. I think this guy, he's played outside, inside, but he's more of a nickel guy, which is great. And I think, Jimmy Moreland gets a big chance now. I think he has the most experience out of all these cornerbacks that are with us. Behind Slay, Bradberry, and obviously Avonte Max, he's the most experienced guy. We got this guy off waivers. I think he's very serviceable. He's going to play really well for us. I think he'll fit in just fine. Don't sleep on Jimmy Moreland going into training camp because he started a lot of games. He actually picked off Carson Wentz in 2020. If you guys don't know that, watch that game when we were up 17-0 and totally blew it. Not to mention that game, but it is what it is. But Jimmy Moreland brings, I think he's 28 years old, something like that. So he's a lot older. He is a veteran guy. So you brought in a veteran guy off waivers that is starter quality. So I can't really complain about it at all that much. But to be honest, guys, when it comes to training camp, OTAs, and what's to come, that's a lot. I mean, not only do we have a good offseason, the past couple seasons have been pretty good. Off seasons have been good, and this was the best one yet. But getting these pieces together, what are the coaches going to do? Because the waivers is going to be where it's going to be important. So we get to keep an extra 3 or 4 guys on the roster, which is great. So they could put some guys on the shelf if they want, or there's more guys that play well. They can add more to what positions they want to add to, which is great. But now it's up to the coaching staff to get these guys to produce. I mean, the first step is Howie Roseman. These moves for Howie Roseman will not do a damn thing, and it's going to be up to the coaching staff to get this done. This is why we haven't got rid of anybody off the coaching staff, positional coaches, nobody. We're giving this thing one more year. Before we let some guys go, if some guys, some coaches are on the hot seat or whatnot, but between the undrafted, drafted, and some of the guys we picked up this offseason, I mean, there's a lot out there. That especially, who's going to be on the rise? I mean, which one of these guys? I mean, you're loaded at cornerback right now. And I only say that because, look, you had more bodies at corner. I was happy about it. And, at this point, you're going to go into the season, go into training camp, and you're going to see, you know, if some of these guys can move around defensively. If you have a corner, if you have a lot of corners, I would try them out. And I said it earlier in the video, you got to get some guys to play safety. You have to try to let guys play both positions, because the more they know, the more valuable they're going to have, and who can handle the load a lot better. There's no doubt they'll put pressure on these guys, and, you know, I want the best competition possible. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know what player you are excited about going into OTA's training camp, just in general. Just give me a list. I don't care what it is. It could be in any order. Doesn't matter, from least exciting to most exciting. You guys let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. SHAKESQUAD up, follow, so peace out, guys. Peace.